Right now it is 7:18 in the morning. I probably look like death because I'm so tired. But I wanted to film this video before I went to work in the morning so that I could wear the foundation all day and have a really good sense of how the foundation did, because sometimes when people do first impressions and review, they just sit around the house for the rest of the day. But I'm actually going to be working and going in and out of the office, so this will be a true test. So the foundation in question is the new Maybelline Superstay Better Skin Foundation, as it is skin transforming. And I got mine in the shade 10 Porcelain Ivory, which was the lightest shade available to me. It was $14 in Canada at the drugstore regular price. Probably would have been cheaper at like Walmart, but I was lazy and whatever. I also got hold of the Better Skin concealer, so we'll give that a go. Again, sorry for my groggy voice. Need coffee. I hope the lighting's okay in here because the sun is up, but it's not really up. Okay, so as for my skin right now, it is oily, but not crazy oily. I got a couple little breakouts here and there, and some acne scars that I usually like to cover. The biggest issue with my skin is that my oily face will eat up the foundation, mostly on my nose and my chin, so it tends not to last very long. I also have an issue finding a foundation that is pale enough for my skin, especially from the drugstore. Oh, pretty thick, like that is not really moving anywhere. So I'm just going to put a few dots over my face. And I'm not going to be using primer for this because I feel like the primer can make a foundation better or worse, and I really just want to see how it performs on its own. I'm going to be using a damp, well, beauty blender knockoff that I got at the drugstore just to dab that in. Well, as you can see, that spot is looking a little bit better, but it's not totally covered. Claims to have pretty good coverage. I would give it a medium coverage, but with a beauty blender, especially damp, it's definitely going to sheer it out a little bit. So this is just with one pump of the foundation. It looks very natural. It has a semi-matte finish. It's very soft, like it feels very nice to touch. It's not tacky at all. It looks pretty great. I'm just gonna put a little bit more on because I found that the one pump really, it did a good job, but as far as the morning voice, put a little bit more on. So here's the foundation. It looks very close to skin. It is very soft. Is matte but not flat. So let's give the Better Skin concealer a try. Has a really nice consistency, very smooth, almost gel-like, and it's not thick, which I like. People go crazy over the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and I have it, and once in a while I'll use it, but I really don't like it that much because it is so thick. I'm very impressed. This is high quality stuff, and for $14, that's really not too bad. Great coverage, great consistency, natural finish, not shiny. Oh, I hope this holds up. I will also now insert a photo with flash so that you guys can see what it really looks like. So I have now finished my makeup. I decided not to set it with powder just because I want to see how the foundation works on its own, especially as far as oil control, because that's a huge deal for me. Like, there are still, like, I'm not wearing blush. Any redness that you might see is really just my skin showing through, yet my face still looks really, really nice. I feel like that pimple is going to come through very soon. I will say I like the foundation more than I like the concealer. I prefer my NYX Ultra HD concealer. I think that has a better finish, because this one, I feel like it has a brightening property, and that's why it looks kind of dewy to me. However, it looks like I'm wearing makeup under my eyes, whereas the rest of my face is very natural looking, and the concealer didn't set as well as the foundation. Like, I feel like it still looks and feels a little bit tacky. So just one more close-up. This Porcelain Ivory shade, the foundation is a little bit more of a neutral pinkish tone, but still kind of yellow, if that makes sense. Yeah, so I'm gonna go get ready and go to work, and then I will check back in 8 hours and give you the lowdown. Hey guys, so it is now 5:33. I just got home from an 8-hour workday. I was in and out of the office all day, so I've definitely put this makeup to the test. Here is what the foundation looks like as of now. My contour is still there a little bit. I didn't put any blush on, so I'm not really worried about that. It actually stayed pretty well. I'm not any more oily than normal, and it didn't eat away the foundation to the point that it looks like crap. Isn't at controlling oil. I mean, it's not super oil controlling, but it didn't make me more shiny, and if not, just a little bit less shiny. It looks very, very natural on the skin, semi-matte finish, medium-ish coverage. I would not say this is full coverage, although I did apply it with a damp beauty blender, so maybe if you used a brush or something, you would get more coverage. It did not cake up, it didn't oxidize, and the color was great. So definitely keeping this foundation in my collection, and I will definitely be using it again. I hope the lighting is okay, but I just wanted to do one final update. I wasn't really planning on it, but after work, after my last update, I went to a hockey game, and I'm just getting home now. Look at my poor smashed screen, but it is 10:25. Oh, look at the bunny. Very, very, very impressed with the foundation. I was just in a hockey arena that had 10,000 people in it, and it was kind of hot and kind of sweaty, and I was cramped, and we were cheering and drinking beer, and my foundation still looks really, really good. The coverage has faded a little bit, but overall, like, I'm very, very, very impressed with this foundation. I just feel like the staying power is really great, and the coverage is decent, and it's natural looking, and that's what I'm looking for. But for me, it's all about the way that it looks on the skin more than it is about the coverage, just because I don't really care if blemishes show through that much. So Yeah, so I'm going to give this foundation a solid 8.5 out of 10, and the only thing that would make it a 10 would be if it controlled my oil perfectly and didn't fade on my pimples. If you like foundation reviews, give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you next time. Bye!